Hi, it's Mac Attack. Just doing a video here today about some top tips for tank commanders. I don't think there's anything out there, or not that I've seen. So I thought I'd put one together. Just a few tips over some footage, and if you like it, leave a comment below in the comment section. So the first tip I would say would be to know your vehicle role. So if you start jumping into a light tank, you should know that you are, you're not very well armoured, but you do have quite a bit of a punch. So your job is really to hit the enemy flanks fast, report troop movements, and hunt for MSPs, FOBs, trailing infantry, that sort of stuff. A medium tank is supposed to support the friendly infantry, fight just off the caps and the objectives to allow for support and fire, get involved, and obviously you can engage the enemy tanks as and when possible. If you pick up a heavy tank, your job is to hunt and destroy enemy tanks and armour. That's the main focus. After that, you can switch focus to supporting the infantry on the objective. If you pick up a tank destroyer or an assault gun, so like a Stug or a Jagdpanzer, your job is to sit in areas with long lines of sight behind the friendly forces and engage enemy armour. That is your job. Tip number 2. Brief your crew. Every round you play, it's not actually a given that you'll get a crew who knows what to do or has played with you before and knows how you operate. So I always like to brief my crew on the long drives from the battle space rear areas towards the forward areas, and what I'll brief the driver is how to react during contacts, where to move across the battle space. I'll brief the gunner. I'll tell them how I'm going to alter their ranging, so I'll say short round, long round, traverse 2, traverse 10. I'll tell them what rounds to fire. Tip number 3. Communicate, communicate, communicate. We should communicate in a 360-degree fashion when acting as a tank commander. What do I mean by 360 degrees? So communication upwards would be us as a tank commander communicating up towards a platoon commander. Platoon command, I've got enemy tank sighted north of the objective. I'm unable to engage, but moving to engage. Communication to the left and right. I can talk to other tank crews, other infantry squads who may be operating within and around my area. I can request another tank squad or an infantry squad to come and help me out. What about communication down? I should be able to communicate down to my crew what we are doing and why. I can say to my crew, we've got a task from the platoon commander to move from this location to point of interest 41 to look out for enemy armoured vehicles. And that's plenty to provide to your crew at that time. Tip number 4. Mark the map. As with any command position on postscriptum, you must firstly know how to mark the map, and secondly, you must mark the map when you observe enemy targets or engage in enemy targets. If you don't mark them, and a friendly section rolls through between your tank battle and gets destroyed, it is your fault for not marking them. Tip number 5. Locating the enemy armour. How do we do this? We could always ask other sections of squads, have you seen the enemy? They'll put a little marker on the map. You move towards it, engage, kill the enemy. Everyone's home for tea and medals. What if no one has seen the enemy tanks? What do we do then? So first of all, as a commander, you can equip your binoculars by pressing Q by default when you are unbuttoned from the hatch and scan the horizon. I often like to look for black billowing smoke. That's a sign that it's coming from an enemy armoured vehicle. It's a big giveaway. You can also look for signs that an enemy tank is nearby by turning off the engine and listening. You often will hear enemy tank tracks or the enemy main gun firing, and then you can move towards that target and engage them. What if you're scanning the horizon and the enemy tank has done the same as you? They've gone engine off, they listen for you moving, and they're also waiting for you to move forward before they fire. What if we just scan hedgerows, enemy likely positions, where you would put your tank and look for the telltale signs of a tank? What about the shape? The big box shape of an armoured vehicle, or the huge main gun protruding from a hedge or from a tree line, or maybe around a building? Take a look for those big cues, take time to look, listen, observe, and I guarantee you'll be a tank killer in no time. So, as an overview, I'd like you to try and think about this mnemonic that I'm about to tell you. First part of the mnemonic is the letter P for plan. What do I plan to do? What is the enemy likely to be planning, and how can I best counter their plans? Once you've formulated your plan, you need to think about the letter E. Evaluate. Evaluate your current plan. Strong points and the weak points. What is the worst case scenario? If you have to, go back to the plan, tweak it and change it. The third letter is N for notify. Notify the crew of your plan. The crew can also help with the evaluation phase, whether it will work or not. You can always go back into the plan, so notify. The fourth letter is I for inform. Inform the other squads and the platoon commander of what you are doing and why. S is the fifth and final letter, probably the most important. Simple commands under fire. Use short, simple commands whilst under fire to achieve success, such as Gunner, turn 2 o'clock, load APC, engage Cromwell, distance 200 meters. Hopefully you can use your new mnemonic of PENIS in your planning stages of a tank operation, and you should have some success. Good luck.